Today's words of wisdom will be presented in English with subtitles in Arabic, Olaxese or Vietnamese, Chinese, Dutch, English, French, German, Hebrew, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, Thai, Turkish, and Urdu. More languages are available online. For your special language, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/subtitles. The United States of America, known as Land of the Free, Home of the Brave, has come to symbolize freedom throughout the world. People from all nations and from all walks of life have called the United States home. The United States has a deep affinity with Supreme Master Chinghai. With her boundless love and compassion, Supreme Master Chinghai has provided humanitarian assistance to many parts of the United States. In 1993, she sent relief teams to provide financial and material assistance to the victims of the 6 Midwestern states that were severely affected by heavy rain and flooding. Additionally, in the face of one of the worst human tragedies ever to occur on U.S. soil, on September 11, 2001, Supreme Master Chinghai responded immediately, sending relief teams from around the country and all over the world to Ground Zero in New York City. To this day, Supreme Master Chinghai continues to extend her loving compassion to all parts of the U.S., from Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, and Alabama to California, Florida, Texas, Hawaii, and other states. We now invite you to listen to the following lecture by Supreme Master Chinghai titled An Immediate Plan for Afterlife, given on May 28, 1989 in San Francisco, California, USA.
Supreme Master Chinghai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit www.godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
I am a vegetarian, but my partner is not. What would be good and sensible way of handling the cooking for the two of us? We are not very traditional and sometimes cook or eat our meals separately.
Eat separately already?
Sometimes they do. Yeah.
Only sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
And the other time you eat meat or what? Yeah, that is the way. You cook separately. You cook for him meat and you cook for yourself vegetarian. Each one for themselves. And we don't need to force anyone to be vegetarian if they are not willing to accept it, if they're not ready for it. But you yourself is vegetarian, and we live peaceful together, why not? If you can tell your partner to eat vegetarian, then it's better for you both. He will, or she will eventually. If you show a good example, if you progress, you have a good vibration, you meditate, and you radiate love, and it will affect him.
跟师父学习以后，没有时间回去拜访以前的皈依法师，请问师父，那么我是不是忘恩的人？
不会，不会。你每天打坐，你拜你的那边的佛，你变成开悟的人，你救自己，救亲戚朋友，救众生，这样你就是报恩师父。不是应该看他。当然有空应该看他，你看他，你没有修行，你乱七八糟，那有什么用啊？报什么恩呢？如果我们是好的、孝顺的小孩，我们不是看看父母而已啊，应该变成成人啊，应该经营啊，找好的工作啊，然后送给他这个钱啊，也是双报恩，了解吗？如果你每天抓在你的父母旁边啊，不过你没有赚钱啊，你都依靠他都没有用啊，听得懂？ It's like this. He asked me, if he study with me, then he has no more time to go back to see his previous master, I mean the teacher, who didn't teach him this method, like teach you a virtuous life and things like a priest, or they just tell you the virtuous thing. And he said if he couldn't go back, have no time to come back to see his old teacher, would it be like he's a betrayer or some kind of not remembering the benefactor? The benefit that the teacher has given him. I said, no. You requite your teacher's kindness by improving yourself spiritually and virtuously. And then, when you are enlightened, the more you enlighten, the more you can radiate love and light and save a lot of others and yourself, then that is requiting the kindness of the teachers. There's no need to always hang around him and be ignorant. If you hang around a teacher and be ignorant, that is not the way of requiting the kindness. It's not so?
Why did you not become a sister Christ?
I don't mind. I like to be a sister also, whatever. It is only a kind of a way of life, a different path. I mean, different clothing. I was born in, more in a Buddhist tradition, and also in the Buddhist monastery or anywhere I can get vegetarian food, but in a Christian monastery not. Also because of some affinity, you understand? You become what is by the ordering of the Most High. You become a wife because you have to do a wife part. You become president because you have to fulfill the president's purpose. You become a Buddhist nun or a Catholic monk. It is your destiny. Even though you are enlightened, you follow your destiny. For example, the Buddha, after he was enlightened, he could also came back as a householder and again. He changed the clothes, but his enlightened won't change. Understand? But he didn't change. He just carry on like that. So now when you are wearing lay clothes, and then after you get enlightenment, say from the Kuan Yin method, after the initiation you are enlightened. Now do you need to change from jean to mini jib or not? Or to different clothes or not? No. If you are enlightened, you are enlightened. No matter in what clothes. You can wear Sikh clothes, you can wear Hindu clothes, you can wear Buddhist clothes, or Christian clothes. It makes no difference. You don't need to change anymore. Understand that? So why do I have to change anything? I'm okay like this. Don't I look very good? So, if it pleases you, then I don't need to change.
为何不能喝酒？在医学上有它好的 effect。
No. The drinking affect our mind, make our mind clouded and confused, and numb our nerves to some extent. Everybody knows this. So I don't care what good it affects you on the surface. It does harm to the brain, to the thinking system. And we have to rely on this thinking system in order to get enlightened. Understand that? The more we numb it, the more confused we become, and we couldn't think straight. That's how we should not drink wine.
Some of the tragic tolls of alcohol. 2.3 million alcohol-related deaths per year worldwide. In Australia alone, 70% of adults are negatively impacted by another's drinking, with 43% affected by physical or verbal abuse. Over 100 British children each week call a hotline to express concern about their parents' alcohol and drug use.
Cost of alcohol-related illnesses: $186.4 billion in the United States, up to $210 to $665 billion globally.
Disease. Higher amounts of alcohol increase the cancer risk. Even half a glass of wine daily increases the risk of mouth or throat cancer by 168%. Cancer of the liver, breast, colon, esophagus, rectum. Liver disease. Cardiovascular disease. Metal toxicity. Brain damage. Amnesia and dementia. Brain shrinkage.
Organ failure: heart, liver, kidneys, stomach, pancreas, eyes.
birth defects, children afflicted by anxiety and depression, mental retardation, fetal alcohol syndrome, stunted growth, facial deformity, sudden infant death syndrome, miscarriage.
Alcohol-related violence. Child abuse, 50% of cases. Violence toward loved ones, 30% of cases. Violent acts, 40 to 80% of cases. Suicides, 20 to 50% of cases. Plus more.
For help quitting, please visit
For more urgent information, please visit www.suprememastertv.com/killers.
What is the cause and result? 因果。
The cause and result is that if you sow, in the Bible says, as you sow, so shall you reap. You sow a lemon seed, you will get lemon fruit. You do bad deeds, you will get bad effect. If you do some good one, you will get good karma. If you follow the Buddha's path, you will become Buddha. If you follow the worldly path, you become worldly sentient beings. Yeah?
The third question is, what is the cause and the connection in the end?
The cause and connection is like this. Sometimes in the last life, this man gave that woman some material comfort. If that woman has not done anything in that life to repay the kindness in material ways, then she has to come back again, maybe becoming his wife or his daughter, in order to work, earn money, and pay back the debt. That is what called 因缘, or the cause and the connection. So make sure you pay every debt if you don't want to go back. Therefore, to learn with me means to keep the ethical life. Don't steal, so you don't have to come back. Make every deal straight, honest. Yeah.
I am very interested in the initiation, but I would have a problem with not committing adultery or premarital sex. What would you suggest about this problem?
Premarital sex is not adultery, provided you don't change your partner and intend to marry. And nowadays, these are similar to marriage. Yeah, you live together and you first know each other, and so that's all right. Just don't go to the other. Yeah, and don't change so quick. If, however, you're not married and then you couldn't stand each other and you couldn't sort it out with each other after all kind of trial and tribulation and talk and peace settlement, and you couldn't make it, and you both decide to separate, or maybe in future unintentionally you bump into another, then I think you should be honest to yourself, and that's enough. We couldn't be too strict in this modern time. What I mean adultery is that you already have wife and husband and they are good to you and harmonious, and you still, due to lustful desire, you look around and hurt your partner. Understand? Yeah. But then after you practice this method for a while, you don't feel one looking around anymore. So you will naturally become pure because God's power will cleanse you. Would like to know, where does the content of hallucination come from? Does it come from the same source as stream within or without? Yeah. This is the first question. Interesting. You know where does hallucination come from? From our own wrong thinking, from our wrong diet. Therefore, Buddha say, when you eat meat and drink wine and indulge in sexual pleasure or worldly pleasure, you can get only the demon's king's position and never the Buddha position. The demon kings mean the position of hallucination, a false position, and not the true one, not the highest one. The hallucination come easily when our speech, body and mind are not clean and we try to meditate. or we meditate alone without a competent master. Now, an ethical life and cleanliness of body, speech, and mind are absolutely essential if you want to reach the ultimate. Otherwise, you might reach some between heavens or some hallucination. Now, hallucination might come without meditation of any kind when you lack of oxygen. So sometimes you fainted and you see some heaven. It is you're lacking of oxygen, yeah, yang qi. Or when you endure extreme pain and hardship and you fainted, and you also see that. Or when you are too exhausted, or when you take drugs, you will have hallucination. Yeah, okay, so many they come from. This is similar to dream, but then it isn't always a dream. Dream is a little bit natural. You go to sleep and you dream. But hallucination came sometimes from external pressure. Yeah, like I have said, you are in extreme pain, or you lack of oxygen, or you're exhausted, or you take drugs. Understand? So it's a little bit different, that's all. I have medical condition that requires diet of animal protein, chicken, etc. What should I do? I do not know that in this age people still misunderstand that animal protein, that's the only one protein in the world. All the doctors, the science has proved that vegetable protein absolutely enough and even more helpful for health than meat diet. In Taiwan, there are 2 hospitals built by the Catholic believers. All the doctors, nurses, and patients require completely vegetarian diet inside. If you want to lay there, you have to be vegetarian. And they recover very quickly. Nobody dies from any malnutrition. Yeah? So I think the vegetarian diet, no doubt, are the best. You know, the Americans eat a lot of meat. And so, according to research, your country has the highest cancer rate in the world. Is that a case for congratulation? And then the Russian and China have no meat. They have the lowest cancer rate. Huh? How about that? For comparison and fun.
European Parliament supports reducing meat to lower greenhouse gases.
Roll call vote. Vote is now open.
Reduce your meat consumption or stop eating meat totally.
During discussions on greenhouse gas reduction goals, the Climate Committee of the European Parliament officially recognized livestock's contribution to global warming and recommended a reduction of subsidies to the livestock industry to curb methane.
The European Parliament has adopted its own position on climate change as an institution. And as a Vice President, one of the proposals I have made is in line with your own, which is that we should eat far less meat, because that's one of the major sources of greenhouse gases.
Tout le monde sait bien, si on veut rendre notre planète soutenable, il va falloir réduire notre consommation de viande, ça on le sait bien.
My name is Jens Holm, I'm a member of the European Parliament. Please, be veg, go green to save the planet.
Con pháp danh là Diệu Thần, 80 tuổi, ăn chay trường đã 7 năm.
Ok, hiểu rồi, được rồi. Được, học được. She wants to get initiation.
Con xin hỏi có phải thân ta mất linh, hồn ta không mất? Vậy con cố tu tập thành trì, đâu rồi trí tuệ và tự tại vô ngại. Như vậy có thể là tu theo hạnh Phật không?
Đúng. Nhưng mà phải biết đường tu rồi mới tu, chứ không phải tu mù. Cô dạy rồi mới biết tu như vậy. Hiểu không? Thì đúng rồi. Nghĩ như vậy là đúng, nhưng mà còn thiếu một cái phương pháp. Ngày mai cô dạy cho, phải ăn chay.
Và có thể được siêu độ giải thoát không?
Giải thoát. Thì tu cái pháp này mới được giải thoát. Thank you. Hôm nay trong một năm 6 tháng kể từ tôi mới 20 tuổi đến nay. Từ 20 tuổi tới năm nay mỗi năm ăn chay 6 tháng phải không? Rồi bây giờ muốn học được, không sao. Hả? Được. Cái này còn trẻ mà, 59 tuổi khỏi nói. 65 tuổi mới khỏi. Được, ok.
What happens to a child who dies before enlightenment?
A child who died before enlightenment? Oh, that's nothing big deal. Everybody died before enlightenment. So you will come back again as something else. Okay. A child died before enlightenment is not so sorrowful as we die when we are old and unenlightened. We have so long a time and without searching for a master or a method. A child, he can't help it, but we can. We have time to change. We are 30, 40, 50, we still have time. So do it.
What about prescription drugs? And what about sex life with your married partner?
Okay, just minimize it as much as you can in order to progress quickly as much as you can. Yeah? Do it naturally. Otherwise the mind will revolt. So slowly, naturally, and the more you practice, the natural it becomes. And then you will completely feel like it's not necessary. If you have it, okay. If you don't, it's all right. You feel like the monks and the nuns without any difficulty. Yeah? Sex is not really necessary. It's only a habit. Yeah. Now observe. Sometimes if you don't see a woman for many months, you don't feel so much. If you're away from your wife for periods of time, yeah, and you're working hard, you don't feel like you need any sexual indulgence, no? Is that not so? You try it for some time, then you know what I mean. And now, the animals, they never desire anything until the time comes. They have their season, is that not so? Now man is in the animal kingdom, except his mind belongs to God. He is also animal, and actually we are overindulgent in this. We should observe the rule of physical law. Do it in season only. I mean, not just for pleasure, just for procreation's sake. Yeah. So the Bible says, don't indulge yourself. We do it too much, and we become habits, and then become boring, and it's nothing there.
Most spiritual masters of the past could only enlighten very few disciples. Why do you offer enlightenment to so many?
Who are many? Do you think all of them will come up to me and get enlightened? No. Some will come and some won't. Most of Master in the ancient times offer, of course, only to a few, because a few only come. Most of them are hiding. They dare not come out in the open. Once they come in the open, don't you see Jesus? 3.5 years only they let him live. You see, the fifth guru, they chase him from one city to another. They flay him alive. They burn him in the hot sun and oven underneath. Make him sit. The fifth guru of the Sikh religion. They make him sit on top of a hot pan under the hot sun with burning fire underneath. He with almighty power don't resist this. Not because he's a coward, but he bear the punishment for the sake of his disciples. He take the bad karma, ugly and heavy karma of his disciple on his own body. Therefore, he had to endure some punishment. Like Jesus, he can disappear at will. He can fly to heaven. He can do some magic tricks. But he did not resist. He let them nail him. Not because he couldn't run. He could. He could disappear at will. He has a lot of magical power. He disappeared many times according to the Bible's records. Yeah? He learned a lot of yogis' tricks. He can disappear, manifest, can heal the sick, heal the blind, can walk across the water, but he won't. Why? Because he has to wash the sins of his disciples at that time. Every master has to bear the sins of whoever come to his feet for enlightenment. Because the sins of a human being are numerous lives collected. It's impossible to imagine how big it is. Now, what is the Buddha master say about this? The Buddha say, if you can see the sin of one person, it fills up the whole universe. One single person's sin fills up the whole universe. In the Bible, it also says, when we are born, we sin already. We inherit the sin in our blood. So how can we wash it? With our own limited wisdom and strength. Need a Son of God, the Savior, or the Master who knows the way to wash it.
Is there only one higher power? Can you not use a fellowship of somewhat enlightened people who share their experience, strengths and hopes as a group for an enlightened Master?
Is there just one higher power? Yeah, the highest one. And the higher it goes, the higher the power, the stronger. The lower it descends to our world, nearer to our world, the less the power. Therefore, enlightenment has levels. The higher you climb, the more enlightened, the more power you possess. Until you become one with God, then you have the absolute power. At that time you say you attain nirvana, you attain Buddhahood, or you become one with God. You have got realization. Now, can you not use a fellowship of somewhat enlightened people who share their experiences, strengths and hopes? A group for an enlightened Master. Can you not use a fellowship of somewhat enlightened people who share their experience? What is that? I mean, all the enlightened Masters should get together? Is that what you meant? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Is this possible? But enlightened Masters are not so many. And if they are, they're busy. Because there are so many unenlightened people around the world, they have to go around and help them, not just to get together. Yeah? They are together already in spirit. They no need to be together physically. But we can, after initiation, we can practice with our fellows enlightened practitioners and share experience and joys and the group power. And the gurus from far away even can protect, help and bless the whole group. And the group practicing is very, very useful. Therefore Jesus said, when 2 persons sit in my name, I am with them. It means that, yeah, group practicing had a lot of good God blessing. Okay, good.
What did you mean by Tao?
Tao means the way. It is a Chinese word, Tao, for the way or the road to liberation or the highest wisdom in the universe, the creative force. That is Tao. What did you mean by when you said the ordinary mind is Tao? I didn't understand that word. Tao is that. Yeah? Ordinary mind means when our mind is peaceful and calm, harmonized with all circumstances and beings. That is called ordinary mind. Actually, 平常心, it doesn't mean ordinary mind, but because when you translate it into English, you lack this vocabulary. So ordinary mind, 平常心, really means ordinary mind, but not this ordinary sense. It means peaceful mind, already enlightened mind, very harmonious mind. That is 平常心.
My name is Wei Sen. This year, 32 years. I already got that Bodhisattva route, and I'm vegetarian for 3 years. Now I'm very lucky to meet the masters. Please give me initiation and let me up.
Okay. We do that. No problem.
What is the function of the ego? Can ego be elevated as opposed to being casted aside? What is the relationship between our godlike nature and the 7 chakras? If we are not sure whether your path is our path, can we try initiation and leave to go our own way without incurring bad feelings or karma?
Yes, you may. I don't bind you, no condition. But I'm afraid you don't want to leave.
What if we slip up and cannot keep our part of the bargain after initiation? If we take 2 steps back for every 3 or 4 steps forward, if we just decide another way, would you prefer us not to try to initiate? Doesn't ask for blessings of the food before eating help? shouldn't we ask for blessing before we start eating?
It's like this. You may try our path. And the God power has something to do with the seventh chakra. But the chakra, if you mean the bodily chakra up to here, then it is not. I'm talking above these chakras. Yeah? Most of the yogis practicing the chakras in the body and stir up the inner heat motion only. We have two motions, two currents in the body. One is the sound current, the other is the heat currents. The heat current take care of the motion in the body, the digestion, the sweat, the blood, the circulation. The other currents takes us up back to the kingdom of God. Then when the yogi practice, when you mean the sexual chakra and the anus chakra and the abdomen chakras and the solar plexus or the heart or the throat chakra, then I don't mean that. I mean above that. May you please refer to my book, The Secret of the Wisdom Eye. Yeah, I talk about different chakras and the difference between our practice and these chakras. Yeah. Now, if you want to get initiation, then please be firm. You must know you want God above all things. Yeah? Don't bargain with Him. I don't care what you do. He does. God is not mocked. Yeah? And don't worship any other before me. And asking for bless the food doesn't asking for blessing the food before eating help. Even vegetables have life. Yes, it helps. Before you eat, you should offer the food to God, or Jesus, or Buddha, whomever you believe most, or Guru Nanak, so your Guru, yeah, and then eat it. Then the food are more blessed, yeah, and you're easier to get digest. Because is this good?
How many paths are there to reach enlightenment? What are they?
How many paths to enlightenment? There's only one path. The Buddha say, the sound stream method. The light and the sound within will lead us to enlightenment. Jesus say the same, I am the light of the world. Those who follow me won't walk in darkness. So whoever can offer the light, he is doing the mission of Christ. If he gives you the light, that means he will lead you to the light and you won't walk in darkness. Yeah? Enlightenment implied light. So if whoever can give you light, surely you are enlightened. Okay?
If it is immoral to eat meat, is it also immoral to kill animals for other purposes, such as belts or shoes, etc.?
Yeah, it is. For any purpose, thou shalt not kill. An eye for eye, tooth for tooth. The ancients say it. So better we refrain from any killing, may it be directly or indirectly. If we don't eat any animal food, no one will kill, because he make no profit. So if we eat meat, we also killing indirectly.
Enlightenment has always been an enigma for me. I do not understand that one will have to go through many, many more lives for further evolution in order to reach the point of communicating.
If you want to get initiation, then may I inform you that is tomorrow morning 8 o'clock at our place. And we make the whole day and make a big initiation, explain everything. You don't need to take lunch, we take care of you, okay? We're also free of charge. It's all free. From the master, everything is free. And no karma. I mean, no debt to come back. From other people, yes. From the master power, no. Yeah. How do I go about it? Perhaps you would say, this person is very impatient now. She said, I don't want to go life after life and revolving again. So I want to get enlightenment and liberated in this life. So she likes that. Yeah. If you're not enlightened, you're only doing business. The same everywhere. But when you are enlightened, you can even bow to any stone. You don't mind. They do theirs, you do yours. Yeah? Okay? You worship only the symbol of enlightenment, not the person. So you may bow to them. As for me, never ever bow to me in any circumstance. Don't bow to me, because it's only a fleshly body. I am not this. It's only my clothes. So when you come to me, no need to bow. Don't be afraid about it. All my disciples never bow to me, except they are ignorant. They don't know. They bow, and then I run. And they bow to an empty chair.
Does Quan Em exist in the world? Chanting and praying have been seen regularly in any pagoda and temples. Are they the ways or methods to reach enlightenment?
Yeah. Quan Am, you mean the Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. In Vietnamese, Quan Am means Quan Yin Bodhisattva. Yeah? This person or this saint represents the compassionate quality of God or of the Buddha. Yes, she does exist. Sometimes she reincarnates in this world, take on fleshly clothes to help other ignorant people. She does exist. She came to China many times, and we know who was the incarnation of Guan Yin and who was many times, over and over again. In Tibet also she incarnates sometimes. And second, chanting and praying have been seen regularly in any pagoda or temple. Are they the ways or methods to reach enlightenment? No. No. This is only a part of it. Praying and chanting is necessary to stimulate our sincerity and to help create some sincere and clean atmosphere. But we must be silent in order to communicate with our silent God. He is not noisy. And we are busy every day already with our mouth, our speech, our mind. And when we go to the church, we're busy again, chanting and talking and telling God what to do. So when will you think God have time for us? Or we have time for God? Yeah? Have to sit in silence, or even stand in silence, or lay in silence, and know where to find God. Yeah? Apart from prayers and chanting in the temple and in the pagoda.
When you help someone, how do you know you are not interfering with their karma or with their lesson? Or if you keep tying someone's shoestrings, they will never learn to do it themselves. How do you know when to help and when not to help? Should you wait until they ask for help?
You see, it is like this. You don't need to tie someone else's shoestring if he can do it himself. When he can't, because he is sick, ill, then you may help. So to interfere or not interfere, this we can't help it. Sometimes we don't want to do it and we just do it. So the best way is to get in touch with God power, to possess godly wisdom, and then God will direct you what to do. And then you're free of burden and responsibility. Okay? Otherwise, in no way you can do it. Yeah. Only God knows. When we get in touch with our wisdom, then the wisdom will direct us every day in every affair. And we feel, and we are sure, or we are certain sometimes that we're doing it right. I have the way to show you how to do it in the right way. But this takes some time after initiation. Okay?
Did you know your destiny from your earliest memories? Who was your master? Was he in the Himalayas?
Yes, in Himalaya. It's gone. Go home.
If someone helps you, do you have to pay back to someone else? Or can you erase the debt by doing good to another?
Yeah, if you can, then pay back to the same person. If not, then you pay to the other in the name of goodness to all universal beings. If you need help, then ask for it and later try to repay when the time comes. Everyone needs help sometimes.
Supreme Master Chinghai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit www.godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Earth-loving viewers, thank you for your compassionate presence for today's episode of Words of Wisdom. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more uplifting and constructive programs 24 hours a day, every day of the week. Through God's eternal love, may your life be graced with wonder and joy.
For more details, please see www.suprememastertv.com/WOW.